Hi, my name is Helen Lane. I'm the Emerging Technologies Librarian at the Gladys Marcus Library and the former head of Research and Instructional Services at the same library. So I'm not brand new here. Many of you recognize me. Anyway, our topic was technology, and we were asked to address technology as it's needed to support academic and co-curricular activities and specialized and program-specific uses of technology, and also for community building. As our discussion went, we actually sort of found that things were falling into two major categories and one sort of third minor category. The two major ones being infrastructure and curriculum. So, number one, you get a classroom and it doesn't have the technology that you need when you're teaching a class. And there needing to be a process for determining, number one, what types of technologies are needed in the classroom to enhance the student experience and to teach according to your curriculum. Okay, so there being a process. There being a personnel and a workflow associated with those personnel for handling this process, for determining what types of technology are needed. So both at the point of getting the room assignment, but also just when thinking about updating and improving current classrooms. In the curriculum, when a new class is being approved or when curriculum is being reviewed, there's always been a little bit of a taboo, or perhaps it is a straight up taboo, on actually listing a software that needs to be taught, because we all know that the class may outlive that particular software, but that there needs to be a way nonetheless to write it in to the curriculum, to be more specific on the one hand and flexible at the same time, so that if you need to do 3D imaging or if you need to do 3D printing, let's say, being able to describe that in a way but still be flexible about what your needs are. And Sandra, is that what you're, yeah? And CJ, you were sort of talking about the need for sort of last minute flexibility in that and in the process of doing it. So once again, we see a theme of process, okay? And there being personnel behind this, because you can't just have technology without there being a workflow and staffing to support that workflow. And of course, we have some existing departments already that could sort of handle this. So another curriculum question would be if you are in the planning stages of writing a course, and you may not feel like the most brilliant and most knowledgeable person in terms of technology, who can you go to talk to get this kind of support? And of course, what we have already in place, we have the CET, we have the TDT, but once again, sometimes I feel like both of these departments are just getting by on the staffing and equipment and space that they have and are already asked to do an awful lot. So once again, bolstering that, creating a process by which faculty can address these questions, okay, directly with somebody and get the support they need when they're writing a new course. Okay, am I hitting all the points, you guys? We're good? Okay. So the themes that kept emerging was workflow, staffing, workflow, staffing. And part of the workflow, of course, includes communication, okay, which seems to always be a theme in these talks. Who do you talk to for what? And it's great that workshops are offered and classes are offered, but that's sort of in reverse. If you have the need, you can't say, oh, I hope there's a workshop on what I want. Oh, there's not. Okay. Right? Somebody to go to. So we have it in place, but it needs to be ramped up. Now, then there was also the talk about the social media platform, and we've been talking about an app that is created here. Now, aside from actually building the app, which is sort of more of a hardcore like software and technology skill, really, when it comes to that, we really are just talking about marketing and communication. It's not a technology question, Okay, it has to do with external relations and communications office, and with there being a clear path and somebody to talk to and somebody to communicate with who can get that information out. Because you can build the most brilliant app in the world, but people need to know how to get from what they have decided to do to get to that app and to have it out there. So once again, it's about personnel and process. Okay, and communication. And so for that, once again, we already have external relations. I know that we've brought in a new new manager for that's going to oversee strategy for that. And I know I've heard that they're going to be hiring a social media person, which is great. So, you know, that's the right way. And so with regard to also the alumni question, we really aren't doing anything right now with our LinkedIn profile. And the higher education LinkedIn platform is built for maintaining good relations with alum, okay, and for attracting prospective students. And right now, our LinkedIn profile really isn't doing everything that it could do, and that's like using a resource that's everyone is using basically when it comes to this type of work. The database idea is great, not everybody's on LinkedIn, but you know, so external relations has a role in this too. Okay, I feel like I kind of was all over the place. So infrastructure, curricular, marketing, process, personnel, key takeaways, okay?